الرب راعي فلا يعوزني شيء، في مراع خضر يربضني، إلى مياه الراحة يوردني، يرد نفسي يهديني إلى سبل البر من أجل اسمه. أيضا إذا سرت في وادي ظل الموت لا أخاف شرا، لأنك أنت معي، عصاك وعكازك هما يعزيانني. ترتب قدامي مائدة تجاه مضايقي، مسحت بالدهن رأسي، كأسي ريا. إنما خير ورحمة يتبعانني كل أيام حياتي، وأسكن في بيت الرب إلى مدى الأيام. This is Psalm number 23 in Arabic, and behind me is the valley of the shadow of death. like to introduce you to Shushu. This is Shushu over here. He's going to take me down the valley of the shadow of death to the monastery of St.George of Choziba. Join me, guys, on a nice adventure.
Let's go. Shushu.
Shushu. Be
Actually,
good, yeah? Be good, Shushu. Be good. Okay, can you teach us, Ramzi, the donkey's language, please?
Donkey's language. Oh yes, of course. If you want to go forward, you say he.
If you want to stop,
ha.
if you want to go backward,
Go backward.
hee.
Teet, teet, teet.
Can you communicate with Shushu, Ramzi?
Yes.
How do you communicate with
Wait,
Shushu?
I will tell him to stop.
Okay, tell him.
Ha. Ha.
Oh wow, he's stopping, no?
I think he doesn't understand my language.
What does he understand?
Maybe Chinese.
Ah.
I am standing in the heart of the Judean desert, on the main road between Jerusalem and Jericho. That monastery is the monastery of St.George of Choziba, which was mentioned indirectly in the book of Luke chapter 10. Remember, guys, the story of the Good Samaritan, which took place on the way between Jerusalem and Jericho. Probably it's a parable story, but in that parable, Jesus himself is referring to one of the inns, one of the caravanserais. I will share with you this verse from the book of Luke chapter 10 verse 34. It says, "Going to him, he bandaged his wounds, poured oil and wine into them, set him on his own donkey, took him to an inn and looked after him." Took him to an inn. So probably, guys, this is the inn that was mentioned in the book of Luke chapter 10. Today is the Greek Orthodox monastery of St. George of Choziba.
Behind me is a cave that was used over centuries by monks coming over here to dwell, pray in seclusion. Nowadays, it is still in use by the Monastery of St. George of Choziba. This also takes us back to an older tradition from the Old Testament, dating back to the time of Prophet Elijah, where God commanded the ravens to feed Prophet Elijah. This might be the place as well, because according to the first book of Kings, chapter 17, verse 6, where the ravens brought him bread and meat in the morning, and bread and meat in the evening, and where he drank from the brook. There is a brook over here as well, as we can see. Coming back to the New Testament, to another tradition referring to the parents of our Blessed Lady, Saint Anne and Joachim. This also might be the place where they got the good news of her conception.
Under this fig tree, I'm sitting in the area of the monastery of St. George of Choziba. This monastery was built for the first time during the time of the Byzantine, but was destroyed by the Persians in the year 614. Unfortunately, today we couldn't go inside the monastery because of the COVID-19. Inside that building, there are a lot of skulls from that year. Today, the monastery is a Greek Orthodox monastery.
Ramzi, do you hear the echo? Echo!
Wow, imagine, Salim, we are in the ancient road between Jerusalem and Jericho.
Yes, Ramzi.
And
Wow.
this is very important. You know why? Because we are on the same road that Jesus took at least 3 times a year, coming from the Galilee to Jerusalem.
Actually, Ramzi, this is also known as the Valley of the Shadow of Death, mentioned
Right.
in the Psalm number 23.
Right,
The Valley of the Shadow of Death. So after this long day, let us end this day with a beautiful song for our Indonesian fans. Psalm number 23.
Yeah, in Bahasa you mean?
In Bahasa, yes, of course.
Tuhan. Tuhan adalah gembalaku. Sekalipun
Aku berjalan dalam lembah kekelaman.
Jangan nyanyi lagi, suara model.